Hey guys, how's it going today? Well, today's video, what's gonna happen? Well, I'm gonna take this box of cereal and I'm going to make art out of it, or art into it, or, well, I'm gonna make art, okay? So, box of cereal, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So please watch the video and see what happens to my box of Cheerios, okay? Now, don't forget to subscribe if you don't mind. Also, to hit the like button, huge giant thumbs up, and also the bell for notification because that gives you the ding dong all day long. So sit back and watch my video. I think you might find it interesting. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2-day video. So not only will you get the excitement of the first video, but you'll get the excitement of the second video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. So to start, what I did was I bought myself a cardboard box, and that's going to be the beginning of the sculpture. So the cardboard box I bought at the dollar store, and it is about 7 inches by 9 inches, or 9.5 inches in, around that range. It doesn't really matter as long as it fits within inside your cereal box. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to paint it. I'm going to go dark on the bottom and light on the top so that that gives kind of a sense of depth. Basically just brush that in, not that big of a deal. So we'll get that started. So I'm going to add a bit of white in here just to basically make it kind of look a little bit cloudy like that. So it should work out fairly well. I need a bigger brush. Also, don't use old paint. Sometimes those kind of things are not good. Yeah, this needs to fluff out a little bit more. And that, but I'll make that into some nice little cloudy kind of a look to it. So I'm just going to wait for the paint to dry on my box here. Actually took a little longer than I expected, only because right now we have a heat spell going on, and the humidity, even though we have air conditioning on, is still affecting the way the paint went on. So it actually took a little longer for me to do than I was expecting. So if you ever get caught in something like that, just use some extender on your acrylic paint. But I just kind of kept pushing myself through it. But it'll look fine. It'll look fine. Okay, so as you'll see, I've already made one character already, and I'm going to make a second character. But instead of using wire or big heavy tin foil, I decided to go with Kinder Egg tin foil, which works beautifully. So that's what I do with the first guy, and then what I'll do is I will show you me wrapping the clay around it and how it all comes together. Here I have my clay, which I flattened out under my pasta maker, and if you notice that there's actually a mix of clays in there, and you really don't have to worry about that if you're going to be painting. So if you weren't painting, then you might want to consider, all different colors and stuff like that. But I don't. I basically like to just get it on there, and then I basically will turn around and just start to paint it and then design it and figure out how it's going to look. So because the pieces are nice and thin like that, it doesn't take a lot for it to get put on, right? And as you'll see, whoops, get my hands back in there. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot. And just kind of smush it on there at first, and you've got it in the position that you want, right? So, and like I said, the Kinder Egg tinfoil actually works really nice because it bends easily, right? It's thin, right? And you get chocolate, and that's basically why I do it, because I get chocolate. And who doesn't want chocolate? Well, I know I do. So there you are. So I'll start applying that, and once I've gotten that all completely wrapped, I'll start adding in the detail. I'll show you that in a few minutes. So now I just shape out, start to cut the lines as to where you figure you're going to have your neck, right? And I've got his head, pull it back a little bit. But that's basically all I'm going to do right now is just kind of shape out, cut out. Try to start to get into the directions that I want it to be, right? Guy's gonna wear a little shirt on, right? And that, then you can also start to add in your extra clay for the details, they say. Basically, eye poking, not that hard, right? A little bit of eye poking, right? Get a mouth in there, then you kind of know that the nose is going to be there. So I always find these are fairly standard little pushes and prods. And as I say, the tin foil is actually light enough that when you go to push at it, it doesn't really fight with you, right? If you did that with a heavier tin foil, you'd probably have a little bit of a fight, and that does drive you a little crazy. And that. So there we are. He's starting to take shape. And as I work away and stuff like that, I'll start to get the t-shirt to look like a t-shirt, right? But you can see that already, right? And just smoothing it out into different little areas there. Oh, this will be where his pant line is, right? You know, just nice basic human anatomy, right? What I like doing is that I wait until I've gotten it all shaped out and that. Now what I'll do is I'll put little hands here. And if the hands are a little thick, I'll actually just take it with a Dremel and thin it out so it really kind of looks nice and looks like it's sitting on there properly. And that. And I don't know if this guy will have a beard or not have a beard. I kind of like putting little beards on them. Looks fun. But he is developing into my little character. So as I say, by the end of it, he will start to look like that dude. That dude. Sorry about that. I just realized that I've been working all this time with a white background with white clay. So not the easiest thing in the world to look at. So here we are, showing you a little bit more as the detail has started to progress, right? It's now got a little jacket on and stuff like that, and then I'll probably just start pushing more into that and then adding clay because it's obviously got to add a little bit underneath the neck. That's where the tinfoil came through. But it's looking good. I think we're almost there to making a little character for my other little buddy to hang out with, so the two of them can sit. Look at that. Look, this is so nice. Hey Bob, how's it going? Good. It'd be better if I had a face, complete face, like you do. Yeah, that's true. You would look a lot better if you had a complete face. So why don't you hurry up and do that? I will. I'm just doing it right here in the video. Thank you very much. All right, so there we are. Let's add some more details. Now the other thing too is that I like to do is if I do decide to bake this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dremel some of the little details in too. But right now, I want to get it as close as I possibly can to what I want, and then we'll hit it with the Dremel. And that it still needs a little bit more clay added. His boots have not been put on yet. Oh, we'll just start to push some lines in there for the boots now. And yeah, I think we're starting to look pretty darn decent. What do you think, buddy? I love it. I love it. So I'm adding some more detail into my little guy. I'm putting a jacket on him, and got a different kind of a beard going for him too. So I like him. He's got kind of a more of a broken nose, kind of an old guy look. And that, you know, maybe he used to be a boxer at one time. And he started working at the steel situation. Yeah, that's how it happened. He used to be a real good boxer, right? Then one day, boom, no more a good boxer. Broken nose. Oh well. But now I'm here doing this job. I love my job. Sir, we're making a video. As you can see, my little guy here is really starting to take shape, and I think I'm quite happy with that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look him over a little bit, check out for details, and then he's going to get thrown in the oven, and then I'll hit him with the Dremel just to clean up little spots and that, and then add the paint job. Alright guys, so what I've done is my second character, I have baked him. And then what I did was I just brushed him with some water and black acrylic paint so that I could get some of the dark lines so that you can kind of work. As you're working away, you can actually see what's going on, right? I'll give you a little view of that, what I'm talking about right there. You see how that is, right? So now I can work from that to start to take the Dremel and clean off little spots and figure out, you know, okay, does this need a little bit of work here, a little bit of work there, and it should all come out nice and cool. And I think he's looking pretty darn cool, and him and his friend can hang out together now. Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, it's going really well, Bob. Yeah, well, it's going really well there too, for me. But they both sound the same. Yeah, we both sound the same. Oh, all right. All right, well. Hey, how's it going? It sounds different now. All right, that was good too. Yeah, all right. Anyways, we'll get him looking kind of cute. So, here I am outside, basically because I'm going to Dremel and there's going to be a bit of dust in that. Because it's such a small little figurine, I'm not too worried about wearing your mask and all that kind of stuff. But normally if it was anything bigger, wear a mask for sure. Just finished having coffee with my buddy Dave and that, so I'm going to get back to work here and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Got my little Dremel going here, got my little figurine, right? Trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to work on him and see how I can make him look, right? So basically I just going to do a little bit of Dremel here and I'll show you that. So I'm going to just do a little bit of Dremel here, just kind of smooth out the areas and see what I want to have, how it should look. Yeah. The other thing too, when you Dremel like this and you clean it up, it's also going to make it easier for you to paint. So not a bad idea, just to smooth out, kind of get an idea, you know, what you want it to look like. Put a little bit of a divot in the back, because I think I'm going to have him kind of look like he's wearing a toque. And then clean up a little area around his face there too. Kind of made his head look like it was kind of pushed out into one side. Not a lot I have to worry about. I kind of really made sure that while I was sculpting it, it turned out okay. And now I got the hand so the fingers can come right down, and that so the hand will look nice. You know, everything about it's looking pretty good. I think this guy's going to look really nice when he's painted up, and that. So it's kind of things you're going to think about. And like I said, it's a nice day. Sit outside for a little bit, work on something that's small like this. Makes it a lot of fun. And I can also put him up here on the little edge and see how he's looking. If he's going to look good when he's sitting on the little ledge. So there you are. I'll keep working on this and see how it goes, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. So guys, there I am. I've got my guy all sanded down. I've hit him with the Dremel. I think I've got everything the way I want it to be. I love his little face. It's kind of scrunched up and that. Has that really, you know, old guy working on the factory kind of a look. Gonna add a little bit more clay because it looks like I went right down to this tin foil there. Not a big deal. And then I will throw it back in the oven real quick, and it should harden up nice. And that because I feel like I could have left it in the oven just a little bit longer. But beyond that, everything else is looking pretty cool. He's got his little jacket, and I'm going to paint that all up and that. And you'll see that very shortly too. So guys, I am correct. This will definitely be a 2-day video. You see, I had to go fishing. Yes, I know. But the thing was, me and my friend Xander went fishing. I caught 3, he caught 4. But I needed that little break. So that also made it a little slow for me to get this job done. So I'll be working on it, and you'll be able to see video 2, and that will give you the ending of the most interesting piece of art I think I've done already on the videos. This particular one here. What is he going to do? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Will he get it done? Who knows? Will we ever reveal what is behind the box of cereal? And why did he use a box of cereal?